An Ohio Republican just got his behind handed to him before the eyes of the world, and my beautiful viewers, there is laughter in Washington, and just about everywhere else except possibly in Ohio Republican headquarters, where there is wailing and self-flagellation. In case you need a beautiful hump day laugh, some schadenfreude on ice, actual ice, not the crypto-fascist immigration thugs, if you feel a need for a good story, get comfortable on the couch. Though not as comfortable as J.D. Vance would be. The full story next here on The David Reddish Show. Welcome to the show, my beautiful viewers. I'm David Reddish. And yes, I have a gorgeous new bookshelf for my set. It came from SUNBEAM Vintage, the independent Los Angeles antique furniture warehouse. The same place I got this mid-century modern boomerang desk. If you like what you see, make sure to follow the link in the description to their online catalog. You're gonna love it. But okay, let's dive into this story. I don't know about you, but I needed a giggle today. With primaries heating up around the country and with the political sphere turning eyes to general elections this fall, the emergence of one candidate has left observers baffled and stifling giggles. Remember Vivek Ramaswamy, the Silver Spoon influencer who tried to have his lips surgically adhered to Donald Trump's behind in 2024? Human centipede style? Don't look that one up if you don't know. Back in 2024, he earned a reputation as a joke candidate, especially when confronted with questions like this one.
There's two elements of what's required for a functioning democracy in America. One is secure elections, and the second is a peaceful transfer of power. When those things come into conflict, that's an opportunity for heroism. Here's what I would have said. We need single-day voting on Election Day. We need paper ballots, and we need government-issued ID matching the voter file. And if we achieve that, then we have achieved victory, and we should not have any further complaint about election integrity.
So
I would have driven it through the Senate.
So what would you have done with Mike Pence? You would have not certified the election?
So in my capacity as president of the Senate, I would have led through that level of reform. Then on that condition, certified the election results, served it up to the president, President Trump, then to sign that into law, and on January 7th, declared the re-election campaign pursuant to a free and fair election. I think that was a missed opportunity, but that's the kind of spirit we're going to need to unite this country rather than sweeping those concerns under the rug.
So, Vivek calls for peaceful transfer of power, but would have tried to stop certification of the 2020 election, and had no problem with the Trump-backed insurrectionists storming and defiling the Capitol building. Interesting priorities, right? Well, they haven't gotten any better, so stay tuned. After largely disappearing from the political scene last year, Ramaswamy was supposed to co-head Doge opposite Elon Musk, but was fired before even stepping into the role. Though it looked like Ramaswamy might leave us all in peace, he has since re-emerged, this time as a candidate for Ohio governor. And the follies do not end. Last night, he stopped off at Game 4 of the NBA Eastern Conference Championship to watch the Cleveland Cavaliers lose to the New York Knicks, a game he tried to turn into a campaign stop and which backfired hilariously. Check this out. This morning, the Daily Beast reports that Ramaswamy, who spent at least $60,000 apiece on his courtside seats, so much for feeling the pain of everyday Americans. Appearing at the game last night, Ramaswamy tried to step onto the court to enter the Knicks' restricted area after the game, as he declared he was, quote, running for governor of Ohio and wanted to welcome everyone to Ohio, close quote. Nothing like the don't you know who I am entitlement, right? Anyway, security guards didn't go for it. Guards told him he, quote, didn't have access to the area, close quote, which, according to the Beast, prompted Ramaswamy to get flustered and frustrated, storming off in a huff. This follows another humiliation earlier in the evening when he tried to park in the same area as players and coaches, but was turned away. There's that entitlement again, right? He also tried to meet with the Knicks players and with MAGA-friendly Knicks owner James Dolan, but was also rejected. And to add further insult to this embarrassing ego injury, none other than New York City Mayor Zohan Mamdani trolled him for it. Ramaswamy posted a picture cheering on the Cavaliers, which Mamdani retweeted following their loss. Appearing on CNN this morning, Mayor Mamdani had this to say about it all.
Were you trolling Vivek Ramaswamy with your post overnight? You know, I just hope you had a nice night. And we had a great one in New York.
That sounds like a yes.
I'll leave that to you.
Beautiful viewers, if you currently feel the urge for a maniacal laugh, please don't let me stop you. But more to the point, who does Vivek Ramaswamy think he is? And given as racist as the Republican Party has become, overtly so, mind you, does he really think he can win a general election with a name like Vivek Ramaswamy? Can he do this at the same time washed-up Hercules actor Kevin Sorbo is complaining about a Muslim woman winning a beauty pageant, or Pete Hegseth is warning that Sharia law will take over the United States? And even with all that aside, does it seem like his priority in running for governor, not actually, being governor, which might afford him some of the luxuries he already feels he deserves, does it seem like his priority is everyday Ohioans? Or does he just seem like he wants to live off taxpayer dollars and be treated like a celebrity? We see who you are, Vivek, and so does Ohio. As such, time for a show salute to Vivek, everybody. Arms out, fingers pointed, and all together. Ha ha! Good luck in November, dude. This is the David Reddish Show.